Most of us spend our work days thinking about free time. We picture relaxing, having fun, and maybe working on something meaningful. But when the evening finally arrives, reality looks different. We're tired, we're zoned out, we waste time. I've been there. For me, evenings used to vanish in a blur. I'd be exhausted after work, kids finally settle down, and instead of using that time well, I just drift. By the end of the night, I feel guilty for wasting hours I will never get back. Then something changed. I started experimenting with small systems, and slowly, my evenings transformed from survivor mode into growth time. That's what I want to share with you today. 8 practical strategies that work with your energy, not against it. Things simple enough to start today, yet powerful enough to change your life. Routines and structures. Evenings can slip away fast if you don't have a plan. The key isn't squeezing more into your schedule, it's managing your energy so you use it where it counts. Here's what my evening looks like now. Before picking up the kids, I actually reset with a few minutes of punching the punching bag. Punching, kicking, moving my body, it clears the stress from the day and resets my mind. And then after dinner with the kids, there's just no tech, no background noise. We draw together, we talk, we play together. That time is pure connection. It builds memory and it actually recharges me as well. And then when they are busy on their own, that's my focus block. I make it clear to them that I need that time and that I would be busy with growth activities. It might be learning, creating, working on a project that excites me. And then after bedtime, I keep it light. I read a physical book that isn't too heavy on the mind, nothing that feels like homework, just enough to wind down before sleep. The big takeaway is structure doesn't mean rigidity. It means knowing when to recharge, when to grow, and when to connect. That's how you stop losing your evening and start owning them. Digital wellness. My phone used to pull me out every evening. Notifications, scrolling, and random apps made it impossible to focus. Now, I treat my phone like it just doesn't exist at night. Here's what I do. I keep my phone in the other room and set the screen to grayscale. I charge it in the bathroom and not in the bedroom. I used to rely on alarms to wake up, but luckily now I just wake up naturally early. After the kids go to bed, I avoid all screens completely. Instead, I read a physical book that isn't too heavy. The point isn't replacing tech with more tech. It's about being okay with boredom and giving your mind space to breathe. That one shift turned my evening from distractions to calm. Psychological techniques. Your evenings aren't just about activities. They're about how you shape your mindset before tomorrow starts. One thing that helps me is to have a break area. So for me, that's my recliner. I dim the lights, I sit back, and I let my mind slow down. It's simple, but that small habit signals my brain that the workday is done. I also spend time journaling, not just to brain dump or anything like that, but to stay aware of everything that's going on in my life. It's where I mentally prepare myself what I need to handle, what I need to avoid, and what really matters. Before bed, I always prepare the next day. I set up my daily plan, organize my food, and reset my workspace. My kids actually do this on their own now, which teaches them even more structure. That way, when tomorrow comes, we all start off strong and productive. The key is this: your evening decisions either drain tomorrow or charge it. The more you prepare, the more energy and focus you have waiting for you in the next morning. Mindfulness and emotional practice. Evenings aren't just for doing, they're for resetting your mind. That's why I keep mindfulness simple and practical. I like to put on the Endo, E-N-D-E-L player in the background. It creates an environment that's calm without being distracting. When I'm stretching, cleaning, or just sitting, the sound just helps me settle down. If something important comes to mind, I don't ignore it. I just quickly use voice command to journal in my app. That way, I capture the thought without picking up my phone or getting pulled into screens. I also end the night with a quick check-in. 3 simple questions. What gave me energy today? What drained me? What do I want to adjust tomorrow? The answers don't need to be long. They can just be a few words. This helps me see patterns and prepare for tomorrow with clarity. The key isn't perfection. It's slowing down enough to notice where you are and guiding yourself toward a better tomorrow. Evenings aren't just about what you do alone. They're about who you spend them with. Social energy works like battery. Some people and activities charge you up and then others drain you. So for me, the foundation is time with my kids. After dinner, we spend time together just talking, drawing, and just playing without screens. That connection is what makes evening feel alive instead of empty. I've also learned to be selective with how I use my limited social energy. Instead of spreading myself across everyone, I focus on few meaningful connections. Friends and family who actually lift me up. I actually pay attention to how I feel after social interaction. If I leave a conversation feeling drained, I'm going to adjust how much access I give to that person in the evening. If I leave feeling energized, I make sure to schedule more of that. I also balance social time with quiet time. Even 5 minutes of silence after a hangout makes a huge difference. It's like cooling down after a workout. You don't just stop suddenly, you ease out. The key is this: connection and productivity aren't opposite. Spending time with people who matter often recharges your creativity, patience, and problem solving. When you build your evening around intentional relationships, they stop draining you and start fueling you. Creative approaches for habit formation. I used to think building habits was about discipline alone, but what really worked for me was learning about atomic habits, small, automatic actions that stack together until they run on autopilot. When I come home with the kids, my habits just click in right away. I start cooking, cleaning, and resetting the space without even thinking about it. That flow keeps the evening moving instead of slipping into chaos. My keystone habit is just punching the bag. A few minutes of hitting it resets my mind and body. It's the spark that tells me that the evening has officially started. Once I do that, everything else flows naturally. I also make sure evening don't feel repetitive. Some nights I spend more time with the kids drawing or talking. Other nights I read or listen to music. That rotation keeps it enjoyable and sustainable. And I like experimenting with little shifts, changing where I sit, listening to a new sounds, or doing a small task differently. Those tweaks keep my brain flexible and keep boredom out. If my energy is low, I don't force productivity. I see it as a natural reset, time for my brain and body to recharge. Even slower nights play a role in preparing me for better days. The real key isn't willpower, it's designing small, automatic systems that carry you forward without draining your energy. Energy management. Evenings only work if you have the energy to even use them. That's why I manage both my body and my mind at nighttime. So for me, motion is lotion. Because I have lower back problem, I focus a lot on dynamic stretching, twists, bends, and light movements that loosen me up. It's not about the workout necessarily, it's about keeping my body from stiffening after a very long day. And I've also noticed my energy just naturally rises and falls throughout the evening. So like around 5 to 7 p.m., it dips a little. But from 7 to 9 p.m., it climbs back up. After that, it slowly winds down. Instead of fighting that rhythm, I plan around it. Recovery first, focus in the middle, and then calm at the end. The last part is just protecting your mental energy. By night, willpower is low, so I prepare ahead. Meals, clothes, workspace, and even my kids' things. That way, I don't drain energy on small choices when I'm tired. When you work with your body's rhythm and protect your energy, evenings stop feeling like a battle. They become a steady flow that carries you towards rest and growth. Integration strategies. All of these habits, structure, tech, boundaries, mindset, energy, only work if they fit together. Your evenings shouldn't feel like another job. They should flow naturally into the life you want. That's why I focus on creating a bridge between work and home life, not a wall. When work tries to creep in into the evening, I don't fight it with stress. I redirect my attention, like gently guiding a puppy back to his bed. The same goes for boundaries. I don't treat them as restrictions. I treat them as guidance that keeps me aligned with who I want to be. At the end of the day, my evenings aren't just extra hours. They're the foundation of my life. Cooking with my kids, resetting my space, stretching my lower back, reading before bed. These small choices either drain me or build me up. And when I choose the right ones consistently, my evenings stop being wasted. They become a daily celebration of growth, connection, and rest. If you found this video helpful, consider liking the video. It helps more people discover it. And thank you for watching.